Hi, welcome back to another edition of Quarantine Kitchen Panama. We were supposed to have our border restrictions lifted this week, but unfortunately we got them extended another 30 days. So we're going to be with y'all a little while longer. Bubs is back. He's super excited because we are making blackened shrimp tostada. And the kicker here is we're topping them with an awesome mango salsa. It's mango season. The mango trees are dropping mangoes in the thousands like droves, and it's just so awesome to have such a great fruit just right here at our fingertips. So stay tuned. We're going to have some friends of ours from other restaurants come over and sample our dish and have some fun. So these are our mangoes. They're grown here locally on the island. They're so good. They're a little bit different than what we get in the States. They're really, really sweet. The kids go up and down the path all the time collecting them right now for mango season. It's really nice, and it's right on our property. They're really small, so we're going to use about 3 of them. We're going to dice up, tiny dice, some fresh red bell pepper, some purple onion, a little bit of kiwi for some color, some mint, and some culantro, which is very similar to cilantro that we get in the States. It's just a little bit sturdier, and it's, again, grown right here on this island. So I'm just finishing up dicing up the vegetables for our mango salsa, getting my purple onion in there, and don't forget about our veg stock bag. Gotta have one of those. It's like so much better than buying any kind of store-bought stock ever. I'm going to show you a little trick on cutting the kiwi. This is invaluable when I learned how to do this. It's really hard, they're fuzzy, and they're really hard to peel. Get a really thin spoon, and you just kind of roll around the edge of the skin, and you make like a little holder. And that way you can easily cut it. And like I said, we're tiny dicing this. So you can easily cut it and hold on to that skin till the very end and get a nice clean cut. So I'm going to finish dicing these up, and by the way, we found a jalapeno in the refrigerator, so we're going to add that for a little bit of heat because, you know, we like it hot. So now we're going to make the sauce to put on the salsa. It's going to be like a syrup, a pineapple syrup. So we're going to take our fresh squeezed pineapple juice. For the amount of salsa we're making, we're going to do about 4 ounces, and we're going to add a generous amount of our natural raw sugar here. So a couple of spoons of that. You want this to be really syrupy and really sweet by the time it's done. So we're going to let that blend together, bring it up to a boil, and when it's ready, I will show y'all exactly what it's going to look like to make it syrupy but not sticky to where you can still get it out of the pan. It's going to be almost like one bubble. So stay tuned. We'll get to that in a second. So that's exactly what you want the syrup to look like, almost one big bubble, and it's done. Turn off the heat and let it cool before you add it to the fruit. So we're going to make our blackening seasoning, and this has a lot of ingredients, so look at the comments and it'll have everything in there for you. We'll start with a little bit of cumin and some chili powder. This is so nice. A little paprika. Gives it the color as well. Some onion powder. You want your chili powder, and of course it's a little humidified here in this climate, so you gotta kind of break it apart, but that'll be fine. You want everything kind of powdery because we're about to marinate the shrimp with this. A smidge of cayenne, or more if you like it even hotter, but I guess I'm doing a little bit more than a smidge. Some thyme, and if you have fresh, by all means use it, but this is what we get here. The nicest thing about this is we're going to use some fresh, beautiful oregano that we've been growing, and we're just going to tiny dice that and add it to the black bean seasoning. The oregano gives it a really fresh flavor, and especially this oregano, it's almost puffy like a cactus. I mean, it's totally different than what we get in the States, but it's so pungent and so strong. It just is a beautiful flavor. Don't need a whole lot of it. That's about as much as you need. But if you have dried oregano, use about a teaspoon. Always the cracked black pepper. And we'll probably add some more of this before we cook anyway. And then you want to add a little bit of our raw sugar. Don't really need salt because all these spices have salt in it. A little bit of our raw sugar in this mix, just to, when it goes in the hot pan, it'll start caramelizing and really blacken that shrimp up really nice. So we're gonna add this mixture as soon as I get the humidity out of some of these spices. Hey, I'm from Alabama. We have the same problem in the South. The only difference is we have air conditioning. All right, look how pretty that is. So we're just gonna dump that on the shrimp, let it dry marinate, and you can see it's gonna sop that color in. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. The secret here, and I wish I had a cast iron skillet, but I don't, so we're gonna use a aluminum skillet, which will kind of do the same thing as how I do my wreaths here. All right, so those are nice and coated. You want to let those marinate for at least 30 minutes and just let them sop that flavor up. And last but not least, we're going to dice up some garlic, some fresh garlic, and throw it in the pan while we blacken the shrimp. It will give it a fabulous flavor.
It smells so good.
So while our syrup is cooling and our shrimp are marinating, we're going to go ahead and make our tostadas. These are going to be nice little bowls, and these are simply just little corn tortilla chips. We're going to throw them in our fryer and use our little fryer tool to kind of push them down and make a slight little bowl so it'll hold all the toppings very well. The shrimp, the salsa, it'll be nice. This is the way you'd serve it if you wanted to make it an entree for a meal. But we're also going to do some chips. And the chips, you can just put a couple of shrimp and a little bit of salsa, and it's great to take for a party and just have little bite-sized pieces. So you can do either way. So while that is crisping, I'm going to show you how the little bowls will come out. And they're just very flat. We're going to fill them very nice. You can actually, it's almost a hand food. You can actually hold them and eat them. So we're heating up the pan, and I don't know if you can see, but it's smoking really nicely, and that's the key to blackening the shrimp. So I put it in a colander, and as you see, we've got a lot of the nice juice that fell out of the shrimp, because you really want the shrimp to stay dry while it's blackening, so the seasonings are nice and hot in there. This is about to get good. So we're gonna stir it around just a second. You don't want to move it too much at first, because the whole term blackening means you want it to char on the bottom of the pan. And we're going to go and add some garlic cloves, diced, and let that char around with it. You're going to do this for about 4 minutes on this side. Let it blacken up really nicely, and then we're going to add the goo and flip it around and let it blacken for another couple seconds on the other side. So these are blackening up nicely, not as nicely as it would in a cast iron skillet, mind you, but as good as we can get here in Panama. And we're going to dump the rest of the goo from the shrimp as it was draining and let it cook a couple more minutes, and we're ready to serve. So that's our TG shrimp all blackened up, and we're about to serve them as a dinner portion in a tostada bowl. We've got a little lime wedge that we're going to serve them with. So we're going to put a little scoop in here and spread it out. It looks so good. It smells so good, y'all. And top it with our mango salsa and a little bit of cilantro. And some cracked black pepper, because that goes with everything. So we're going to have our friend Melissa is here. And by the way, she's going to be showing us how to make pizzas in the next coming up weeks. She is going to sample this and let us know how it is. Melissa's from England. She's an artist. She did all the murals on most of the island and everywhere here. So
very excited about this. Looks delicious. Oh wow.
what do you think? A little Southern, a little Caribbean, a little this, a little that.
Smoky flavor.
There's a wrap, y'all. Another edition, Quarantine Kitchen Panama.